Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a slightly different video to what you might be used to seeing. Normally I do reviews on perfumes and give my thoughts and feelings, or I'll mention jewellery companies that I've had bits from, and I have showed you some like Disney figurines from my Disney collection. I am going to show you something out of my collection, but I'm going to show you a piece of jewellery and explain to you why I love this piece of jewellery, a little bit about it, and basically just give you a little insight into my collection. So today I'm going to be showing you one of my favourite ever pieces of jewellery I've got, and that's my charm bracelet. I know charm bracelets always do a big comeback, but they go into fashion, then they go out of it, then they come back. But I've got mine, and mine's sterling silver. I've been collecting it for a while now. For the last 7 years I've been collecting and still collecting, and I really want to fill it up over time. But as my husband that first bought me this and wanted it, he knew I wanted a charm bracelet, and I liked him, and I was always complimenting people and others. So he bought me it, and then every so often either he or myself have bought charms over time. I should have really counted how many I've got all together here, but I didn't really. So mine is solid sterling silver. It is quite heavy, and I love it. And I'm going to show you not all of the charms. I'll tell you what the charms are on it, but I will tell you which ones are my favourites and then give the information based on that. So I won't go in any particular end, but first of all, I don't know if you can see, I've got a ring, an engagement ring. That's obviously representing when I got engaged and got married. I've got a little star, a little bottle, a little honeybee. I like that. My husband got me that because he calls me Honey. Sometimes Honey Bear, sometimes Boo Boo, but yeah, Honey. A cross. I love crosses anyway. They don't have to just be for religion, though personally I do believe, but I know other people don't, but I do like crosses anyway. I've got a cute little flower. I love flowers. I trained as a florist. I worked as a florist. I love anything to do with flowers, so that's why that's on there. I've got a little heart. Then I've got a little horn of life. I like that. That's cute. I saw someone wear a horn of life when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with it ever since. So then when I found the little horn of life, I got that. I got a dice. I don't know what it is with dice. I've got a love of dice. I always have had a love of dice. I was even going to get a tattoo of a dice once, but then I changed my mind at the last minute. But I don't know what it is exactly with dice, but I love them. I've got a little Scorpio here, and the reason I've got that is because it represents my husband, because his birth sign is a Scorpion, so I keep that. I've got a little sweetie, and that reminds me of my nanny. My nanny had a habit of hiding sweets up under her armpit. When I see that charm, I know it's so funny. That made me think of my nanny love. Yeah, she used to hide them, and then every so often she'd go to you, do you want a sweet? And she'd pull one out and try and give it you from under her armpit, bless her. But that reminded me of that, and that makes me smile. I then got a little disc, as you can see there, with the V on. That's for my initial. My name's Victoria, so hence the V. Then we've got a little padlock. And then moving on, I've got a little key again. My husband bought me that because he said I've got the key to his heart, which I really, really think that's cute. I've got a duck. Now, I love ducks. I've always loved ducks, rubber ducks, normal live duck. I've got a real thing about ducks and unicorns, but mainly ducks. I love ducks. I can't get enough of them. I think they're cute. Again, another little personal nickname is my husband calls me Little Duck sometimes. We call ourselves Team Duck. I just don't know what it is with ducks, but I love them. Then, of course, I've got a little handbag. And let's face it, what girl doesn't like a handbag? Then I've got a little wolf whistle. When you open this up, this is a vintage piece and it's quite expensive. There's a little wolf inside. I like the scroll design on it. I like the whistle. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I've got a little horseshoe. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a little horseshoe. I like that for luck. My husband got me this little musical instrument with a blue stone. He's very musical, and my favourite colour's blue. And then we've got a ship in the bottle. We've got that because, again, that reminds me of my childhood, because my granddad and grandma on their mantelpiece and in cabinets had ships in bottles, and I always remember them, and they were made all out of glass. And when I saw that charm, that made me automatically think of sitting in their living room looking at them, and that was a good memory, so I got that. Moving on, I've got some more charms here that I've bought and yet to put on my bracelet. Obviously I'm going to get more and more, but ones that I picked up or my husband's got me, and I thought I'd just show you to add to them. So I've got an I love you charm with keys. He got me that for one of our anniversaries. I think, if I remember rightly, it was our 3rd anniversary, and I really thought that was cute. I've then got a little chest, a treasure chest. I love this. It's really cute. I don't know, I really like it. It reminds me of the sea. I like the seaside. I grew up near the seaside. Kind of reminded me of that. And then the little stories, again, my grandparents used to tell me, and that I was really obsessed with it. I think that's why I was so obsessed with The Little Mermaid as a kid as well. But it just kind of reminded me of that. I've got another little love heart thing that my husband bought me from one Valentine's Day, which is cute. So the hearts with the arrow in. Again, then I've got a Bible. I like the little Bible. Again, like I said, you either believe or you don't, and but I liked it. Even if I weren't a believer, I think I'd still have liked it, really, because of the cross, and that I liked it. Then I've got a little church. I thought that was really cute. Then I've got 2 little bells again. I like the bells, wedding bells. I thought that was cute. My husband then got me hope, love and faith charm. So the hope is obviously self-explanatory. Then you've got the heart for the love, and the hope is with the cross. I thought that was cute, and my husband got me that. And then I got a little carousel. I love carousels. Again, I got this because it reminds me of the fair when I was a kid, when it used to come into town at Easter. I used to go on there. My grandma used to give me the money at Easter to go along with my Easter egg, and she used to take me on the carousel. That reminded me of that. And then not last, I've then got a windmill. I got this because it reminds me of when I went to Holland, and I went there and I saw all the windmills and I saw all the tulip fields. It was really not a really pretty place, and I loved that. And so that reminds me of my trip to Holland. And then lastly, I've got a St. Christopher. Obviously, it's the saint, patron saint of travelling and to keep me safe. My husband bought me this A to keep me safe, but B, it was also nice because he was called Christopher. He doesn't like being called Christopher, but that's his name. So he got me St. Christopher to keep me safe. And so it kind of connects. But I know this is kind of a rambling video, and people might be a bit bored with it, but I just wanted to show you a little something different in my jewellery collection. That's something that's special to me. It's got a special place in my heart. I love collecting for it. I love the fact my husband collects for me. And when I've got it complete, guys, and it'll probably be a very long time yet, but when I finally filled it, I'll show you it all, because there's a few that I want to get to represent different memories. But I just thought I'd show you something different. And when I haven't really seen anyone show them off. Like, a lot of these obviously are second-hand charms, because the vintage sterling silver charms you can get reproductions, but most of mine have got a bit of history. And I don't know about anybody else, but I love looking at things like that and wondering where it come from originally, the story behind it. I think that's really interesting. I love all that. And I think I've got a couple of unusual ones I haven't really seen a lot of. Like I said, like the bottle, the wolf whistle, and then my little duck. I've seen other ones, but I haven't quite seen one like that. I call her my Jemima Puddle Duck. But yeah, I just love it all. They mean something. When I wear it, it makes me happy. It's memories. One day I hope to be able to pass it on, and maybe they could make another charm bracelet to go alongside it with their memories. But I love it. I love the fact that my husband is the one that started me off on it. I really like it. I'd like you to leave any comments if you yourself collect charm bracelets, or you're thinking of, or you know anywhere that sells nice charms. I mean, I've got mine from eBay, and my husband's got mine from jewellers and places like that. And there used to be a nice little stall in my husband's hometown, where an old lady there, she used to sell old vintage jewellery, and she'd sell like the vintage charms, and he got me a few from her. But yeah, I'd love to hear your comments, or if anyone's a jewellery collector. Are you a bracelet person, a ring person? Over time I'll show you other pieces out of my jewellery collection, and I will review other places, jewellers, where I bought jewellery from, and tell you how they have held up over the test of time. But if there's anything in particular you'd like me to show, or a gemstone, and you'd like me to review it, if I haven't got it, I'll get it to review. Or if I have got it in my collection, I will get it out and tell you what I think to it. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little few jewellery bits here and there. But of course I'll do my perfumes. At some point I'm going to show you some handbags my husband bought me recently, designer ones. And I'm just going to fill the channel with all sorts. I'm not really going to stick to one thing. Though, if you love games, or say your husband or your partner or something's into games, then my husband has got a game channel. So if anyone's interested in knowing about that, I can give you his YouTube in the comments, and then you can check out his reviews. He does vintage retro games as well, up to present day, on all platforms. But my husband's my husband. He'll colour the hair blue a little bit, bless him. It's just his way, but people find him very funny. But he kind of does the game route, and then I do all the girly stuff, candles and all that. But yeah, my husband does do unboxings as well. So if anyone's interested in seeing that side of it, or seeing the other half to me, I can put his tag or whatever in the comments, or his name, so you can have a look. But I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to hear your comments. And also, on a side note, I hope everybody's staying safe at the moment. I know that here in the UK and in other places we're in lockdown. Me and my husband, because of our illnesses, have had to stay in. I know a lot of people are. Well, I think we're like on week 5 now. And it's crazy. It really is crazy. And in up where we live, it's quite small, and people are going nutty, and taking all the shopping, and you can't get a shop on the line, and we're having to rely on other members of the family to help us where they can. And it's all a bit of a pickle, but hopefully we'll be able to get under control and sorted soon, and then life can get back to some semi-normality. But anyway, please take care and stay in, and keep an eye out for my other videos. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye!